The bodies being found in Houston Bayous. Houston police report another body was just recovered today from the Buffalo Bayou area near Jensen and East downtown. So if you've been watching and keeping track alongside us, that is 4 bodies recovered in 4 days. Today is Thursday. And sadly, a U of H student has been identified as one of the bodies recovered from the Bayous area on September 15th. That's Monday. She was reported missing days before. Sherman DeSell has been covering this story for a couple of days now. And Sherman, it is scary stuff here, but just kind of fill us in on what we know so far.
Yeah, it's definitely a cause of concern for a lot of our viewers. And many have made some speculations online about something maybe more nefarious happening here, and that's understandable. Our Fox 26 count is now at 13 bodies found in Houston Bayous this year by law enforcement and first responders. Remember, the 22 bayous are spread out for miles, so it's a lot of ground to cover, and that comes with tough investigations. Here's what we know. HPD confirms a male body was recovered from Buffalo Bayou on Jensen Street in Edo on Thursday. Our camera caught officers and a dive team on the scene around 3 p.m. There were reports of a man jumping into the water there. We're waiting to hear more on this. And remember when we reported 2 bodies recovered from local bayous on Monday, September 15th? One of them was identified as 20-year-old Jade Sage McKissic. She was a U of H student, reported missing on September 11th, last seen that day near the 3700 block of McGregor by a restaurant. She was a junior communications and advertising major. In a letter sent to students, U of H describes her as a campus resident and a student employee and a friend to many in their community. We're talking about a lot of bodies in a city where many people walk, run, and bike the bayou areas every day. So we visited an area near the White Oak Bayou to see how people have been reacting to the discoveries. A lot of people.
The guys you just said, is anyone paying attention to these?
Yeah.
You know, that really brings us right back to HPD. So have we heard anything from HPD on these?
We haven't. I have been on the scene of the last 2 recoveries, hoping to hear something from public information officer. Haven't heard anything. We've reached out. They say don't anticipate hearing anything right now. We did reach out to the county forensics department to see if they'd be willing to say something. They didn't give an on-camera interview, but we are requesting more details from all of these instances, especially in the last couple of days. So hopefully we'll get some more information. But we hear what you're concerned about, wondering if it's something more that we should be paying attention to, and we're trying to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, we'll certainly continue to ask those questions. Sherman, thank you so much.
Daniela, there's still more questions than answers. We've been at this gas station you see right here behind me all day, and people have been asking us about Jade, telling us that they've been seeing her story all over the news. But Jade was seen right here in this parking lot. These were the last moments that anyone seen her. And we saw surveillance video. I'm going to cross the street safely to show you just how this all kind of played out. We do know that this is still under investigation, but video shows her walking towards Bayous Bayou, which is right over here. And at this hour, police tell us that her death is under investigation. There's no foul play and no trauma, but it's still a lot of questions surrounding her death. We do know that she came here to that gas station. She went inside to purchase a beverage, and then she walked right over here. But we just don't know exactly how she died. We've been speaking to people all day, some of them saying something's just not adding up. Others say that there's been a lot of deaths here in Bayous Bayou. So we did reach out to Houston police for more information, but right now they tell us that it's still under investigation.
And tonight, Houston police are investigating after a body was found in Buffalo Bayou. It's the 5th person found in the waters around Houston in just the past week. Causes of death so far include drowning and natural causes, though in some cases, we're still waiting on a cause from the medical examiner's office. In today's case, officers got a call just before 8:30 this morning. A report came in of a body floating near North York Street in 2nd Ward. Police sent their dive team, which eventually found the body. It's being taken to the medical examiner's office to determine the cause.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I do first want to send condolences to the entire families of these 13 lives lost this year in Houston Bayous. Some of these situations are older, but it was 5 this week. And no matter how it go, man, when you get that call that you lost somebody that you love, and then there's questions unanswered also in some of these situations, you just want to send them prayers up, send them condolences, and say, may they loved one rest in peace and God bless their soul. As Jade McKissic, they're actually having a memorial for her out here today. U of H student, we seen that one, that she was missing, and then there's been a lot of coverage over that situation and the investigation surrounding that one. So most definitely prayers up to everybody. And I had a links in the description where you can watch the clips in the beginning in full from KHOU 11, Fox 26 Houston, and News Click to Houston, KPRC. And I'm gonna get into this write-up from KHOU 11 in just a second. As there are a lot of unanswered questions with some of these deaths that people wanna know, they asking for this, but as y'all heard, the police are saying we have nothing to give right now to the public, and they have already decided to go ahead and address the ongoing conversation. Do we have a serial killer loose in Houston? And they are saying nah when it comes to that. But the way that it's playing out, the way that it's hitting the news, you seeing 5 deaths in 1 week in the Bayous, 13 this year already, all in that 1 week span with these last 5. You know, people gonna jump out there. Hold on, what do we really have going on right now? As if you from H-Town, being born and raised here, I played in the Bayous growing up. They all over the city. They all behind the neighborhoods. You got the big Bayous that go around the city and they break off into smaller things that they might call like a little creek or another little bayou that is a part of the big bayou, but they everywhere. That's what y'all see at times. If you're from another city, you don't know, it overfills and floods onto the streets. They call this Bayou City, but it is a thing. People work out on the bayous. They have sidewalks. Some of them, they have shopping next to them, restaurants not too far. They going by the freeway, especially going more into the city. They have built like things where people are riding bikes and exercising and taking their family out, walking their dogs and things along these bigger bayous as they build this, like rebuild them and restructure them and things like that. And when it comes to Jade McKissic's situation, that instantly reminded me of Jocelyn Nungarai, just her coming from the corner store. If y'all don't remember, she got killed by 2 illegal migrants recently out here in the neighborhood that I grew up in, where she was leaving the store, and it's a bayou right across the street from that store, a store that I went to a lot, and they killed her over there. Now they saying no foul play in her death as of right now, but it's just having a lot of those unanswered questions with this stuff going on. It do look away, just keeping it all the way 100. I can't solve no cases or nothing like that. I'm not in the field doing forensics, but you just know the people are gonna speculate it. Houston police are investigating after a body was recovered from Buffalo Bayou Saturday morning, the latest in a string of similar discoveries. Investigators said the first call came in just before 8:30 a.m. in the area of Hurst Road, but nothing was found at that location. A second call came in later, this time reporting a body in the water near North York Street in Houston's 2nd Ward. HPD's dive team responded and recovered the body. The medical examiner's office will determine the cause of death. Monday, 2 bodies were recovered. One person found in Braves Bayou was identified as missing University of Houston student Jade McKissic found. Police said there were no signs of foul play. The other victim recovered from a canal near 13400 East Freeway at Greens Bayou, a case the medical examiner ruled as the natural causes. Tuesday, a body was pulled from White Oak Bayou near 2200 White Oak Drive after a witness spotted it. The cause of death is still pending. Thursday, witnesses reported seeing someone jump into Buffalo Bayou near Gentle Drive and Navigation Boulevard and never resurfaced. That case has been ruled a drowning. The incidents have sparked social media rumors of a possible serial killer in Houston, but police say there's no cause for alarm and they don't think these incidents are related. And you know, when the people see that, they gonna think it's something going on. What's really happening? This don't make no sense. This is a crazy coincidence. Now, I say this, I know all of these areas. I know all of these bayous. I hang out in 3rd Ward a lot. If you've been following the streams, following the channel heavy, you might have seen me stream in the 3rd Ward area. I've drove by there a lot. I've also hung out in a lot of the areas the other area, Greens Bayou, I grew up over there I grew up by Greens Bayou and things. So it's like just seeing all this, it's like, man, what is really happening now, bro? And like I said, I really thought about Jocelyn Nungarai when I saw these cases because of what happened with her situation. I was like, man, her coming from a bayou in a corner store, that's just what I seen when I seen Jade coming out the bar over there in 3rd Ward and then going to the store, and then she's found in the bayou right across the street from there. So, man, I just say this, bro, I don't know what's going on. Just pay attention to your surroundings as much as possible. Stay focused, just, be careful when you're out here walking. Be careful if you're out here by these bayous. Make sure people know where you're at, contact you, stay visible and things like that. But yeah, we'll keep y'all updated when they come with more news and more information, man. Most definitely condolences to all of these families, and God bless these people's souls, man, and may they rest in peace. 1000 for Shit Show. Stay on your pivot.